Good morning students. In this video I am going to explain you about formation of ionic compounds, properties and also electron dot representation. Shall we start children? So before going to the lesson, what are ionic compounds? What are ionic compounds? Or what is an ionic compound? An ionic compound is a chemical compound in which ions are held together in a lattice structure by ionic bonds. Understood children? So ionic compound is a chemical compound in which ions are held together in a lattice structure by ionic bonds. So what are ions? Ions are charged particles children. When an atom loses or gains one or more electrons and acquire a net electrical charge, we call these as ions. So atoms, when they lose or gain one or more electrons and acquire a net electrical charge, we call these as ions. So ions are charged particles. So ions are not only charged particles, these ions in the ionic compounds are held together by the electrostatic force between oppositively charged bodies. Okay children. So in the ionic compounds, ions are held together by the electrostatic force between oppositively charged bodies. You all understood children? So ionic compound is a chemical compound in which the ions are held together in a lattice structure by ionic bonds. So what are the properties of ionic compounds? The first property of ionic compound is ionic compounds are crystalline structure children. Ionic compounds are crystalline structure. That is, these ionic compounds form crystals that have an alternating arrangement of positively charged ions and negatively charged ions, so that when they break, their edges are well defined. You all understood children? So ionic compounds have a crystalline structure. Second one, they have regular repeating arrangement of ions. So ionic compounds have regular repeating arrangement of ions. Third one, ions are strongly bonded children because of the strong electrostatic force between them, and they are rigid. The structure is rigid. And next is they have high boiling point and high melting point because of strong forces between the ions. Ionic bond is formed when one of the atoms can donate electrons to achieve inert gas electron configuration, and the other atom needs electrons to achieve inert gas electron configuration children. So the atom which donates electrons, after donating, achieves inert gas electron configuration, and the atom which receives the electron also achieves inert gas electronic configuration. So inert gas electron configuration means, first you should know inert gas elements. So inert gas elements like helium, He, atomic number is 2. Neon, atomic number is 10. Then you have argon, atomic number is 18. You have krypton, xenon, krypton, xenon and radon. See, these are all inert gas elements children. So why we call once the atom donates electrons and try to achieve inert gas electron configuration, means if you write the electronic configuration of helium, 1s2 children, 1s2. So here S shell is capable of 2 electrons. You can see here S shell is completely filled. So this we call it as what? Inert gas element, because it has the electrons are completely filled. And if you say neon, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 children. So S shell, first shell has 2 electrons, second shell has got 8 electrons. So here you find completely filled. This we call it as octant electronic configuration. You understood children? And if you take argon electronic configuration is 18. So you write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. So first shell is 2 electrons, second shell is 8 electron, third shell also is having 8 electrons children. If you count, so 6 plus 2, 8, 8 plus 2, 10, 10 plus 2, 12, 12 plus 6, 18. So here completely filled. You don't find any extra electrons or less electrons. The outermost shell is completely filled. And here 8 is also completely filled. First shell 2 is also completely filled. Such type of elements are called noble gas elements, where the outermost shells are completely filled, and these are called noble gas elements or inert gas elements. Now we shall see some of the electronic configuration of few metals and non-metals, children. If you take sodium atomic symbol is Na, atomic number is 11, children. So how do you write the electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, see children, 2, 4, 10, and first shell has 2 electrons, second shell has got 8 electrons, third shell starts from 3s1, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So here 1 electron. If you count here 11 electrons. So these sodium is not a noble gas element because here 1 extra electron is present in the valence shell or outermost shell. You understood, children? So here 1 extra electron is present. So I told you well in advance in the definition, during chemical compounds or ionic bond formation, atoms lose electron or donate electron in order to achieve noble gas electron configuration. Understood, children? So here 1 electron is there in the outermost shell of sodium. Sodium loses this electron and achieves noble gas or inert gas electron configuration. Understood, children? If you take one more, magnesium, the symbol is Mg, atomic number is 12. Okay, children? So how do you write electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. Okay, children? First shell 2 electrons, second shell 8 electrons, third shell 2 electrons. Here first shell is completely filled, second shell 8 electrons, third shell 2 extra electrons are present in the valence shell or outermost shell. So during ionic bonding or ionic formation, the 2 electrons are lost. Understood, children? And if you take one more example, if you take aluminium, atomic number is 13. How do you write electronic configuration, children? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. S shell is capable of maximum 2 electrons, minimum 1 electron. Then after 3s2, you have to write 3p1. Okay, children? So 2, 8 and 3 electrons are there in the outermost shell. So these 3 electrons also are lost from the metal atom in order to attain or achieve noble gas or inert gas electron configuration. Now we shall see some of the non-metals and their electronic configuration, children. Non-metals like nitrogen, N, the atomic number is 7. How do you write the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. Very good, children. 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. So first shell has got 2 electrons, second shell has got 5 electrons. So in order to attain noble gas or inert gas elements, nitrogen has to receive electrons. It has to receive how many electrons, children? So to 3 extra electrons it is in need to form 8 electrons, or in order to attain noble gas or inert gas electron configuration, it is in need of 3 electrons. Those 3 electrons it will receive from the metals. Okay, children? And the next one, oxygen. Oxygen, if you write, so atomic number is 8. So what is the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 2p4. Okay, children? So first shell 2 electrons, second shell 6 electrons. Totally 8 electrons are there. First shell 2, second shell 6. So in order to attain octant or noble gas electron configuration, it is in need of 2 electrons. These 2 electrons are received from the metals. If you take one more example of non-metals, you can take fluorine, F. So what is the atomic number is 9. So what is the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p, 2p5. Okay, children? So first shell is 2, second shell 7 electrons. So in order to attain noble gas elements, it is in need of 1 electron. So that 1 electron it will receive from the metals. Now we shall see how this ionic bond and ionic compounds are formed, children. As I told you, to form ionic compound, metals and non-metals play a very important role, children. When a metal reacts with the non-metal and transfer of electron takes place from metal atoms to non-metal atoms, ionic bond is formed. You all understood, children? So by transfer of electrons from metal atoms to non-metal atoms, ionic bond is formed. And the force of attraction between the positively charged ions is known as ionic bond. And the compounds containing ionic bonds are called ionic compounds. You all understood, children? And ionic compounds are made up of ions. Ionic compounds are made up of ions or charged particles. For example, we shall see now how is the formation of sodium chloride. Formation of sodium chloride. You know the formula for sodium chloride, children? NaCl. So sodium chloride is made up of a metal and a non-metal. A metal and a non-metal. Always you have to remember, children, ionic compounds contains a metal and a non-metal. So here metals, I told you, metals lose electrons. So if you take sodium atomic number is 11, children. So how do you write the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, children. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. Clear, children? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So here 10 electrons, 10 plus 1, 11. So 2 first shell, second shell, 8 electrons, and the third shell has got 1 electron. So here, in order to attain noble gas or inert gas electron configuration, 1 electron is extra now. So we'll see now what happens to this 1 electron. Now if you write chlorine atomic number is 17. Okay, children. So how do you write electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. So how many electrons, children? 10, 11, 12 and 12 plus 6, 18. So here 18. We need 17 electrons. So you have to write 5. Clear, children? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. So 17 electrons are there. So first shell 2 electrons, second shell 8 electrons, third shell 7 electrons. Now in order to attain noble gas or inert gas or octant electron configuration, chlorine is in need of 1 electron and sodium also is having extra 1 electron and chlorine is in need of electron. Now what happens? This sodium will donate that to chlorine and chlorine will receive 1 electron and become octant electron configuration. And sodium also, after losing 1 electron, it also attains octant electron configuration or noble gas electron configuration. You all understood, children? Now sodium loses 1 electron, children. Sodium has got 2, 8 and 1. Sodium loses 1 electron and becomes ion, sodium ion. This is called sodium ion. Sodium loses 1 electron. Sodium atom loses 1 electron and becomes sodium ion, 2 and 8. This is called sodium ion. And if you take chlorine, children, chlorine has got 2, 8 and 7 electrons. Chlorine has got 2, 8 and 7. So chlorine gains electron, children. Chlorine gains electron and become chloride ion. So it gains 1 electron and becomes 2, 8, 8. So octant electron configuration or noble gas electron configuration. So sodium loses 1 electron and become positively charged. Chlorine gains 1 electron and become negatively charged. So here if you write this, sodium has got 1 electron in the outermost shell, children. How many electrons? 1 electron. And if you take chlorine has got 7 electrons in the outermost shell. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You all understood, children? You have to take the valence shell electrons, outermost shell electrons 7. Here outermost shell electron 1. Chlorine has got 7 in the outermost shell. So 7 electrons you have to Right. And then this sodium will donate one electron to chlorine and chlorine receives one electron. So now you get this is sodium atom, children. This is chlorine atom. So sodium has got 2, 8, 1 electron in the outermost shell and chlorine has got 2, 8 and 7. So sodium will donate one electron to chlorine. Now what happens? You have to see how is the ionic compound formed. Sodium atom will become sodium ion. It loses one electron and becomes sodium ion, and here chlorine will gain one electron and become octant electron configuration. So you find totally 8 electrons in the valence shell and becomes negatively charged. This is chloride ion, this is sodium ion, and you get NaCl. Now we shall see the formation of how to diagrammatic representation. If you take sodium Na, if you write electronic, sodium atomic number is 11, children. If you write electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. Totally how many shells it has got, children? 3 subshells it got. S, P and again first shell, second shell and third shell. So first shell, second shell and third shell. Understood, children? So first shell, second shell, third shell. So in the first shell, how many electrons are there? 2 electrons. Clear, children? In the second shell, 8 electrons are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 electrons. In the third shell, only 1 electron is present. Clear, children? This is how you have to show the diagrammatic representation. Now, when you take chlorine, children, chlorine atomic number is 17. How do you write electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. Okay, children? So, 2, 8 and 7 electrons. So, even chlorine has got 3 subshells. First shell, second shell, third shell. So, you can take chlorine, first shell, second shell, third shell. So, first shell, it has got 2 electrons. Second shell, 8 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And the third shell, it has got 7 electrons. It has got 7 electrons. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Clear, children? So, in order to attain octant electron configuration or noble gas, it has to receive 1 electron. Here 2, 6, 2, 8 and 1. Sodium will donate to chlorine. So, sodium will donate to chlorine and becomes 8 electrons. So, this how do you write the sodium chloride ionic bond, children? So, 1 electron is lost. So, you have only 2 shells now. Sodium, first shell, second shell. So, first shell, it has got 2 electrons. Second shell, 8 electrons. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Plus, chlorine will gain electron. First shell, second shell and third shell. So, first shell 2 electrons, second shell 8 electrons, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Even the third shell also 8 electrons. After receiving 1 electron, it becomes 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, this is how diagrammatic representation also you can explain ionic bond for the formation of sodium chloride. Now, we shall learn ionic bond with one more example, children. Magnesium chloride, MgCl2. What is the formula for magnesium chloride? MgCl2. Mg atomic number is 12. Okay, children. Chlorine atomic number is 17. But remember, children, your chlorine is 2 atoms. So, now if you write electronic configuration for magnesium, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. Clear, children? 2, 8, 2 electrons. So, 2 electrons in the outermost shell. in order to attain octant electron configuration or noble gas or inert gas electron configuration, it has to lose 2 electrons or it has to donate 2 electrons. Now chlorine 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5, 7 electrons. But remember children, here 1 electron only chlorine is in need, but here we have 2. But remember 2 chlorine atoms. So 2 chlorine atoms are present, so magnesium will donate 1 to another chlorine atom. You all understood children? Here 2, 8 and 7 electrons. You have 2 chlorine atom. Again 2, 8, 7. So 2 atoms of chlorine will be donated to 1 chlorine atom and 1 more to 1 more chlorine atom. Understood children? In order to attain octant electronic configuration. So here you can write magnesium, the electron of there are 2, 8 and 2. And magnesium loses 2 electrons to form magnesium ion. So to form magnesium ion, it loses 2 electrons. So 2 plus. So here 2, 8. It loses 2 electrons, magnesium. It loses 2 electrons and become magnesium ion. If you take chlorine children, chlorine 2 chlorine atoms are present. So it has got, each chlorine atom has got 7 electrons in the outermost shell. Okay children. Now it gains 2 electrons. You have to write 2 chlorine. So chlorine, it gains 2 chlorine atoms gain 1 electron and become negatively charged and form ion, chloride ion. Now we shall see how is the formation children. Now magnesium has got 2, 8, 2. Magnesium atom has got 2, 8, 2 electrons. So these 2 electrons are present in the outermost shell or valence shell. Now chlorine has got 7 electrons. Each chlorine atom has got 7 electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here 1 chlorine atom 7 electrons, 1 more chlorine atom 7 electrons. Now we shall see how is the formation. Now this magnesium will donate 1 electron to this chlorine and 1 more electron to this chlorine. Now Mg donates 2 electrons and becomes magnesium ion plus chlorine 8 electrons and form negatively charged. Clear children? And this chlorine also forms negatively charged after receiving electrons and become magnesium chloride. Understood children? Now we shall learn one more example children for the formation of ionic bond. You can take calcium oxide, CaO, calcium oxide. So what is the atomic number of calcium children? 20. So how do you write electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. Okay children, 3d is there children. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 3d. Third shell has got D subshell and 4s. Next is 4s. You have to remember children, while writing electronic configuration, first fill S shell and come to D shell. These are called as transitional elements children. You find in the periodic table transitional elements where first S shell is filled and then the D shell. Okay, because S shell is more active, most active, and we can say reactive shell. So the electrons first fill in S shell. So you have 8 electrons, then you have 8 electrons here. So you have 16, 17, 18, 2 electrons are there in the outermost shell, S shell. So you have 2, 8, 8, 2. So this is the electronic configuration of calcium. And if you take now, the next is oxygen children. Oxygen atomic number is 8. So how do you write the electronic configuration? 1s2, 2s2, 2p4. So first shell 2 electrons, second shell 6 electrons. So oxygen, in order to become octant electronic configuration, it receives 2 electrons from calcium and becomes completely filled, or it becomes octant electronic configuration it attains, or noble gas electron configuration. It receives 2 electron and calcium loses 2 electron. We can see that now. So calcium has got 2, 8, 8, 2 electrons, children, in the outermost shell, 2 electrons, and oxygen has got 6 electrons. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons. Okay, children. Now oxygen, if you write 2 and 6. Now this calcium will donate 2 electrons. Calcium will donate 2 electrons to oxygen. So calcium donates 2 electron and become calcium ion. It becomes ion. Calcium atom, after donating electron, becomes ion, positive ion. And then oxygen receives 2 electrons. It receives 2 electrons and become negatively charged. You all understood, children? And that's how you can write here calcium oxide. So after gaining 2 electron, oxygen becomes octant electron configuration, and calcium also becomes octant, attains octant electronic configuration. I hope you have understood this video, children. In the next video, I am going to explain you about covalent bond, and in this video only I am going to place some questions for you so that you can prepare for your exam. See you in next video, children. Thank you.